Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
My why she papa ho papa.
Sa. Oh, kromi ya shache.
Na ya she mo.
Na utieti mo no mo se die ntina kroma ya she sa.
Ah. Na se wa we need to ade ekọ. Hey. Ya be sorry anopa bia e be kwadwom. Ni atu ni amam. Anopa me ko se me koto ayi. Peacock rice. 75 Ghana cedis na eto no.
Eno ye kilo saying
5 kg.
5 peacock.
Me do market wholesale price. 80 Ghana. It's not retail price by saying 85 Ghana just within a space of 1 week. 10 Ghana cedis. And I bet that's so.
Okay.
Nti krom dia ayehye papa. Ayehye.
I see. But and then common na ye di no. Ye hwe asetenam krom ankasa wo ka se ayehye. What are we not doing right? Dia na ma krom aye den. Dia na ma is ahokere aba. Dia na ma obi esu se na ahokere no.
Well. Nie ama we nyina aba no. Yes, I know the government of the day hasn't been able to take blame for the ekosuni nyina. The yetiane say Russia-Ukraine war, COVID, Russia-Ukraine war, COVID. But the fact of the matter is, or you're part of the problem. And the government of the day refuses to admit the problem. Ain't it unadmitted problem, no? Who said this is the problem? It is becoming difficult for the government of the day to find solutions. Because before I was finding solutions, no, I was able to identify problem. Problem you saw see a bini or say external factors. Name says a problem out of external factors. Not usually wouldn't influence external factors. Inti aban we person catch say no hwe ni ho betimi ayede age because factors affect your mind na ho hia no external. Inti is because the aban of the day no we refuse to identify the problem cause yen ahokere no.
Okay. But all as political watchers obia ukodwom ne se na osie no, what do you think is the real problem?
Problem ne dey your foundation in enye. Your foundation in a sense your importation no is becoming too much. Now we need so much dollars to be able to import. And it is affecting our city. Okay. It is weakening the city.
Okay.
Importation is becoming too much. Recently, news item you see in a year, Ghana imported tomatoes $99.5 million annually. Tomatoes. Why should it be so? With this kind of importation, the amount of money you're investing into importation, how do we strengthen our city?
Okay. Definitely,
city ni be weak. Apart from tomatoes, yama bebre wo ho ye imported. Unfortunately, importation is becoming too much. Poultry reports say 90% of poultry imported. Why should it be so? What conducive environment media mwani bibi ombe survive. Ni domestic poultry wa ha. Nso enye bi ne ehu. Bibi akoye importation. So ama one district, one factory, planting for foods and job. Any nyama na akoye mere slogans. Enye bibi a ya visualize ya actualize it. Unfortunately, I mere slogans ye can't work keke. Because a Greek minister crab catcher and say promises nibi wo ha mo ye no. Just idea bi keke like bibi omoka. It wasn't to implement. A Greek minister about catcher.
Sir.
Yes.
O se de he na ye
may kind the particular one, but catch say some of the promises are more, you know, the intention was not to implement it, but like I said, they were putting it forward to see how it will go, but there were no plans to implement it.
Are you serious?
I think yes. If you go on Google right now, I'm sure say you get that story.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Our Greek minister Abekache said some of the policies, the intention was not to implement it. If the intention was not to implement it, then definitely we are heading into a ditch, because Adiana Koemia sloganeering plans be anywhere you put it in place. See about carry out your promises. And ahunchira buy ko chiko breme be na. It's because of say we didn't really take promises. Promises MPP for the Ghana no. They didn't really take it serious. Okay,
2 questions. First of all, waka importation, waka into scra, to say import to the Ghana any idea. Would you say Enkadian are buying a bit me importation?
Okay. Dear Anka buy bet me and they say obe adopted domestication. Say Anka ye bet me dua near Mawaha. When it comes to agriculture. Ye bet me ebie factories nyama ye krade ba no. Ye bet me producing locally. Unfortunately, that is not happening.
Okay.
Unim, this tomatoes asema ameka ye. Somewhere 2015, His Excellency, former President John Dramani Mahama, started a friend greenhouse project. That was in 2015. Upon pay about $46,000 into the greenhouse project. Or started with the 74 of the greenhouse project plus 1 nursery, making 75. Unfortunately, about we buy a handy over man. Ya share them bibia, and that's greenhouse project because of a all year round production it would have reduced your importation of vegetables, to say tomatoes, melons, and nyama. Unfortunately, nini na ya abandon ama all that money abai no edi it has gone down the drain. So these were some of the vision nanka John Mahama edi tu akwemu say ye betimi I implement it na maniama akoye, so that your importation of this tomatoes are annually timi imported tomatoes up to a tune of $99.5 million na nanka. If not say ye imported crank, it will reduce drastically at least. Again, this same issue of importation a wiki ye city. And the man ye John Dramani Mahama enya vision be say ye imported sugar power back room ha. Intin ka ye revamp Commander Sugar Factory. Ni etimi de sasikana ye di import no ashem ni de I invest into Commander Sugar Factory ebe reduce importation. And also aban we buy ye hand it over man or make it all sort of excuses and jai Commander Sugar Factory see ho the excuse are no ye say and can never see a dear sugar cane answer ye factory Yes, we've argued a lot about it. Say our factory because sugar cane there 6 months and ye didn't. And he say no cry granted said these excuses are all cry no cry. How many 6 months and I buy way onyaye since I hand over power man.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet